There is no evidence that British UK Prime Minister Winston Churchill wished any Bengal Indian to starve. On the contrary, Churchill did his best to help them amidst a world war to the death. Did Winston Churchill cause the Bengal famine? No. Bengal had already experienced 10 years of drought prior to 1942, and the Bengal famine from 1942, 1943, and 1944 was not caused by Winston Churchill. Upper caste Hindu Brahmin had been hoarding rice for over 10 years and refused to share with Bengal Muslims. In 1942, there was a cyclone, then flood and black fungus that devastated Bengal rice crops. Prime Minister Winston Churchill's wartime policies did not adversely affect the Bengal famine. UK Prime Minister Winston Churchill did not take office until 1940 and did not institute wartime policies for India until 1942 after the Japanese invaded Burma. 1 million British Army troops were sent to Burma to defend and protect the Indian subcontinent. 900,000, or 90% of them, were Indian. Why wouldn't you send Bengal rice to Burma to feed Indian soldiers? Did UK Prime Minister Winston Churchill make the Indian Bengal famine worse? No. Churchill did everything he could in the midst of a world war to save the Indian Bengalis, and that without Churchill, the Bengal famine would have been much, much worse. After receiving news of the spreading food shortage in Bengal, Churchill said it was UK duty to make sure that India was a safe base for great operations against Japan, which were now pending, and that the war was pressed to a successful conclusion and that famine and food difficulties were dealt with. Why would Churchill want Indian soldiers to starve? Then they can't fight Japanese invaders. Why would Churchill want Bengal people to starve? Then they can't defend and protect themselves against Japanese invaders. Churchill said, peace, order, and a high condition of wartime well-being among the Indian masses of people constitute the essential foundation of the forward thrust against the Japanese enemy. The hard pressures of the World War for the first time for many years have brought conditions of scarcity, verging in some localities into actual famine upon Bengal, India. Every effort must be made, even by diversion of shipping urgently needed for war purposes, to deal with local Bengal food shortages. Every effort should be made to assuage the strife between Bengal Hindus and Bengal Muslims, to induce all of Bengal people to work together for the common good. Wheat could be shipped from Australia to India in 3 to 4 weeks. At Churchill's urging, Australia shipped 350,000 tons of wheat. The Bengal famine continued into 1944. Other causes of the Bengal famine were political, partly caused by Marwawi supporters of Congress, Gandhi's party, in order to make Gandhi look good and embarrass the existing Muslim government of Bengal. Another cause they added was the corrupt local Bengal officials. The government of India were undoubtedly tender with speculators and hoarders. Churchill added that refusal of India's request for more food was not due to underrating India Bengal's food needs, but because UK could not take operational risks by cutting down the shipping required for vital operations. The war pressured Britain on all sides. Shipping was needed everywhere. Indeed, at the same time as India was demanding tons of rice, Churchill was fending off other demands. Churchill was concerned about the apparently excessive quantities of grain demanded by the Allied HQ for civilians in Italy, which imposed a great strain on UK shipping and finances. Churchill continued to struggle to meet Bengal's needs. Estimated 700,000 Bengal Indians died in the first year of the famine, mostly Muslim, died in 1942. While agreeing to send 200 tons of wheat, Churchill said Bengal could get another 150,000 tons of wheat from Ceylon in exchange for rice. The net effect, counting 50,000 tons of wheat previously arranged, was 400,000 tons of wheat. Now the problem was unreasonable weather and a deadly explosion in Bombay docks, which destroyed 50,000 tons of food grains. Churchill requested American President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, FDR, to consider a special allocation of ships to carry wheat to India from Australia. The UK have wheat in Australia, but lack the ships. FDR was unable to allocate extra ships because of German and Japanese submarines. There is no evidence that Churchill wished any Bengal Indian to starve. On the contrary, Churchill did his best to help Bengal amidst a world war to the death. Donkey Desi, American professor. Jai Hind, and God bless America.